Digital Process Automation. What we're going to show you today is how robotic process automation can be used for large organizations, especially to automate their complex workflows. Like every business has a bunch of tasks that they do on a daily basis. What if you can automate them, and what if they're in large volume? I mean, how can you actually make your life easy by automating that? So we'll show you quick examples of that through one of our known applications, Ascent, how we do it. So we're trying to use an RPA software in the background. It's an open source software. Normally a typical deployment would cost you more than 100K for easy use cases, but this is commercial free. I mean, it's open source, and it has capability of reading 20 plus different languages, and also has native integration with R and Python, statistical programming languages. So before I get into the demo, I'll tell you a little bit about what's an RPA. RPA is anything that you can do through keyboard and mouse clicks. You can pretty much automate that and use it. And this has been for almost 20 years now, but it's getting more popular now. Okay, before we run out of our time, let's go into the demo. So this is a command line interface of our RPA software, and we're gonna show you how we're going to initiate some browser actions. Like we do some lot of troubleshooting on our Yarn and Spark consoles on a day-to-day basis. We've tried to write some scripts here, and we're automating that. So whatever you're seeing on the screen now is hands-free. We're not doing anything. It's auto-generated. So we ran a script, and then so it opened up a browser. So it's actually going through it, and now it's looking for a failed application ID. So it's going through failed jobs here. You can see in a second it will go to the failed jobs, and it will look for the particular application ID we passed on. Later on, that could be variabilized. So just for the purposes of MVP, we hard-coded the application ID. So okay, now it showed up a screen here on the logs of the application ID. From here, now we are doing a similar thing and going into Spark console. So the script is now initiating a browser for Spark, and it's looking through the logs for this. But obviously there are some firewall connection issues, so it won't be able to go through the entire logs. But it did go through. It reads this whole surface now, scraping through it, and you can actually pretty much variabilize anything that you want to read and print out the logs. So that's one simple use case. And then next we are going into how can we use this for other reasons, like log into Citrix. I mean, we're trying to measure the performance for launching any applications. We ran into some limitations as to getting into Citrix, but at least we'll show you the extent we were able to penetrate in through this. Alright, so this is, you can see again, we launched the script. It launched the browser. It's going through the password initiation, all of that. The credentials went through. It's going inside now. Can you just pull this up so you can see the actions at the bottom? Okay, you can see that furthermore. Yep. So you can see in the background, it's actually going through all of these instructions. It's starting the console, and then it's waiting the giveaway time, and then it started doing the login and password. Okay, now we've got to the point of selecting the actual machine. It goes through this, and after that, we just didn't have enough time to proceed further. But once you get into that, you will be able to measure the performance time of how much time it took to launch an application. And we'll show you one more easy example of how we use Cloudera Manager today for retrieving our storage reports. We tried to simulate that as well. So we click down, so minimize this and show the instructions in the background. So it obviously launched the Cloudera Manager console here. Show the instructions at the bottom. So it's it's going through the instructions. Show the console. So it's able to go through that. And now we are showing you how we are navigating through the pages where we can go and actually retrieve the report. Alright, so that was a quick demo, but obviously the capabilities are a lot more. I mean, like I said, it has native integration capabilities with R and Python. You could do pretty much simulate any user interaction to computer applications. I hope you have enough use cases for this, and we're going to investigate more into it. Thanks for your time.